Hello, welcome back to the Visible Audit. This channel exists for one reason only, to help business owners stop losing customers to competitors already dominating page one on Google before the conversation even begins. See, most businesses do not have a service problem. They have a visibility problem. If buyers cannot find you when they are actively searching for your services, Google is simply handing those customers to someone else. So on this channel, we do live website audits and real Google searches to expose the visibility leaks, conversion leaks, and ranking opportunities most business owners never even realize are costing them leads. Here's how the process works. First, we randomly choose a local business niche. Then we randomly choose a state. After that, we perform a live Google search exactly like a real customer would. However, we use keywords everywhere to identify the actual high-intent search phrases buyers are typing into Google when they are ready to hire or purchase. Then we usually look for businesses sitting around page 2 of Google because these companies are often very close to major growth but are still invisible to most buyers. From there, we break down what they are doing right, what is hurting their rankings, what competitors are doing better, how their homepage could convert more visitors into actual leads, and what simple enhancements could help improve both visibility and conversion performance. Now, in these public audits, we usually focus mostly on the homepage for educational purposes. But in a full website monetization review, we would analyze the entire site structure: service pages, metadata, conversion flow, authority positioning, keyword targeting, and overall search footprint. The goal is simple: help businesses build page one visibility so competitors stop intercepting buyers online. So let's spin the wheel, choose today's niche, and see which business we're auditing today. And if you're a business owner watching this and want a website monetization review for your own company, check the link in the description down below. All right, let's see where we're going today for this local SEO audit. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. And let's continue teaching the business world how to stop competitors from stealing your customers before the conversation begins, simply by starting with website conversion optimization, making sure your website is monetized before you do search engine optimization, because there's no point in ranking on the first page of Google organically if your website itself is not set up to actually grab that person who visits your website and get them to lean in and give you their information and become a quality lead for your business. Ooh, this is a good one. Insurance agency. All right, let's go and find a location. Oh, this is great. All right, Texas. Let's go to Google. If you're an insurance agent or an insurance broker, this is definitely going to help you. So let's start by typing insurance agency in Texas. Wow, that's amazing. So there's 1,600 searches a month for this phrase, and people are spending as much as $6.10 a click with no guarantee of results. Everything we do at iRankFast is about local organic placement. So when you rank page one organically, you don't have to pay per click, but you're still going to get a massive portion of that 1,600 volume a month as traffic to your website. So this is the phrase we're actually going to target: is insurance agency in Texas, because it's got a massive volume, it's got decent CPCs behind it. So we know that anyone who ranks page one is going to get quality traffic that turns into leads. Again, if you're like me and you don't find what you're looking for on the first page of Google, usually just type in another phrase and go again. Nobody goes to page 2 anymore. Like, very small percentage of the market does, and those people are not serious. Serious buyers take action on page 1. So we're going to go to page 2 because these businesses are on the verge of major growth, but they're still invisible to most high-intent buyers. We're going to start with this one at the top, TexanInsurance.com. So you can see right off the bat that they're not following the proper meta title and meta description that is needed to rank page 1. All they'd have to do is put Texan Insurance hyphen #1 insurance agency in Texas. That's all they'd have to do in the title tag. And then in the meta description, they put Texan Insurance is a trusted Houston insurance agency in Texas. That's all they'd have to do, period. We offer personalized home, auto, and business coverage for 40 plus top carriers with expert guidance. They could keep this whole entire thing, just add that one extra couple words right there. And Google would say, oh, these guys are optimized for the #1 high intent buyer phrase in the market. Let's put them on page 1. But now it's about, so that's just to get to page 1, but none of that matters if your website isn't optimized for conversions. And right off the bat, guys, I can tell you what they're not doing correctly. So, where to begin? All right, the very first thing I would recommend is that they add a home tab. People don't know that they can just click on your logo and that takes you to the home page. Some people are smart and they'll figure it out, but we don't want to make people feel stupid. When someone comes into your website, whether it's through your insurance pages, your customer service, your careers page, your blog page, they get their information fill, they feel like they've gotten enough value, they always look for a home tab. The home page is where people convert on your website the most. Sure, they could convert on another page, but most conversions happen off the home page. So these guys just need to add a home tab right here before anything else and move this navigation over to the right. Next, people don't want to request a quote. That sounds like work. We don't want to make your audience feel like they have to work to get someone to call them back. What we want them to do is we want them to feel empowered. We want them to feel like it was their decision all along. So instead of request quote, change it to get started now. The person who clicks that feels like they got the information they needed, they're ready to convert and take action, and so that's the next logical step, is to get started now. You could even change it to get a free quote, okay, or get a fast quote. If you put get a fast quote on an insurance site, that will make people click all day long because nobody wants to wait for a quote. They want fast. So get a fast quote would be the better call to action here. And again, blue, I understand what they're doing here. They're trying to match their website colors to their logo, which is the #1 way to stop people from converting. You have to match the colors of your website to what actually gets people to click. Orange background, white writing. Orange background, white writing. Not blue background, white writing. That's not a good button color. Okay, and also this learn more under here, that's out of place. Get rid of that. We don't want people to go on and learn more. We want people to take action. So eliminate that button and change the request to quote so it's not a hover color. It's just a solid orange background, white writing, and says get a fast quote. Now this part, always working for our clients. No one cares about that. What if I'm not your client yet? You know, that basically tells me that you're always working for your clients, but I'm not your client yet, so you're not going to work for me? Come on. Change that to looking for the best insurance agency in Texas? ? Get a fast quote now. Man, that's all they would have to do right there. And Google would fly them up to the top because they're conversion friendly and search engine optimized, matching the high intent buyer market. That's all they'd have to do right there. Okay. Each of these images is fine. I know it takes you to a different page, but I would underline home, underline auto, underline flood so that a person who's casually scrolling knows that that will take them to another page. Otherwise, it just looks like an image. Okay, now select the product to learn more. No. Select the product you want now. That's it. Select the product you want now. Okay, because at the end of the day, people come to an insurance website because they want something now. They're not looking at it for later. Okay, and again, no one cares how you can help. It's how can you help me? So simply put, how you will benefit from working with the #1 insurance agency in Texas. Having a headline like that would tell Google that you're still optimized as people scroll down the page, and it tells the consumer that they can benefit from you in some way. Okay? I do like that each of these are clickable to another page, so that's actually smart. Okay? Coming down here, our expertise, your peace of mind. That's okay, but I would put our expertise as your insurance agency in Texas equals your peace of mind. That would be a much stronger headline than just putting it like that. Okay? They could even put here, award-winning insurance agency in Texas. Again, it's all about matching your search engine optimization to that high intent buyer search and still keeping the person on the page and making them feel like they typed the right key phrase and found the right website, and it flows the whole way down to the bottom. Okay? This is a little tacky. Got Mario's name over the quote, so they need to put better quotation, forms up in here. This is tacky having it over the top so you can't actually read the full testimonial. Okay, that can be easily fixed. Now, get coverage now. I love that. I love the get coverage now. Okay, that's great. But again, it's the quote, it's the button color that needs to change. And again, we can't wait to meet you. That's not a good headline. That's not a call to action headline. It needs to be get started now with the #1 insurance agency in Texas. Then this little bit, and then get coverage now, orange background, white writing. I'm going to say honestly, this is like a 6 out of 10. They are missing the boat on search engine optimization and website conversion optimization. And that is why they're likely only ever going to rank page 2 at the top and miss so much traffic that they could be getting if they just made these enhancements. And you too, if you are an insurance broker, an insurance agent, and I know on LinkedIn especially where I tend to repost these, there are a lot of insurance agents out there. You need to follow this advice because it's not just about ranking on page 1. It's about making sure the traffic, when they land on your website, actually gives you their information and goes on to become a lead and a customer for you. Otherwise, you're just letting your competitors steal your customers before the conversation begins. If I had found this magically on page 1 at the bottom or something, and I landed here and those enhancements were not made, I would back-click and go find someone else who's got a better message to make me lean in. So follow this advice or don't at your own peril. But remember to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be back again soon with another local SEO audit. Thanks for watching. Cheers.